Well, getting a new farm bill sooner rather than later continues to be the main priority of agricultural organizations this fall. And here at the Montana Farmers Union Convention in Great Falls, MFU President Walter Schweitzer told me that in addition to preserving important risk management tools like crop insurance, Farmers Union members also want a competition title.
You know, I can think of bills that would go right into that farm bill, like right to repair and mandatory cool. The special meat investigator who has the powers of the DOJ to investigate and punish, and the rules of the Packer Stockyard to enforce. There's a lot of good ideas that we could put in that competition title. And you know, we've invested under this current administration a lot of money into our infrastructure and processing capacity in the regions around the United States. But they're not going to be successful if we don't bring these corporate monopolies to a fair playing field. You've heard Joe Goggins say this a lot of times. We need a referee out there that's calling the penalties.
And he says to help meet that growing consumer demand for locally sourced and processed meat, Montana Farmers Union is really excited about two new meat processing facilities that they've helped to get off the ground in Montana.
We started a meat processing co-op, Montana Premium Processing Co-op up in Havre, and we're working with MSU Northern to train butchers. And it's a great, oh man, you should go see it if you haven't. It's one of the nicest butcher shops around. In fact, the USDA inspector says he thinks it's the nicest in the region. And it's really clicking. And because of this, our Farmers Union members over in the Flathead want to do the same. And so they created a co-op, the Glacier Processing Co-op, and they're going to start processing meat the 1st of January. So things are going on, but like I said before, if we don't have a fair marketplace so that we can compete against these big corporate monopolies fairly, we're going to fail.
And of course, some of the policy from right here at the Montana Farmers Union Convention and even the Rocky Mountain Farmers Union Convention next month taking place in Greeley, Colorado, will also be heard during the National Farmers Union's annual convention, which is headed to sunny Scottsdale, Arizona in March of 2024. Stay with us. We'll have more ag news right after this.
More farmers and ranchers than ever have chosen to be BQA certified.
Well, according to a 10-year University of Idaho study, sage grouse and cows can coexist on the same land without declines in greater sage grouse nest success or insect abundance. In fact, the research proves there are certainly upshots for grouse living side by side with cattle. Courtney Conway, U of I professor of wildlife sciences, said that nesting success doesn't seem to be affected by low to moderate levels of cattle grazing, and insect biomass actually increases with grazing. And you can read more about this very important study to cattle producers on our website at westernagnetwork.com. And finally today, it looks like the Bureau of Reclamation says that Arizona, California, and Nevada's plan for conserving at least 3 million acre-feet of water will be more effective at staving off the threat of two primary Colorado River reservoirs, Lake Powell and Lake Mead, falling to critical elevations over the next 3 years than current guidelines. Meanwhile, upper basin states like Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and of course Wyoming are certainly following this very closely. That's a look at your farm and ranch news. Have a great day.